Here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. McCaffrey on the counter. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now, these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 32-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Throwing on first down is Lance. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Lance going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Lance now to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Tremble. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a first and 10 at the 34. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just stuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And it's out. He put it on the Cardinals. Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 30-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Marshall. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll take a shot from
oh my God. Why the fuck would you throw it like that when he's sitting there wide open?
Way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket.
You had him from end up on my running back. My running back ran an out route, a swing route.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
I don't do no blitzing because I ain't even good enough to do all that.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
Oh, back.
A yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Panthers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Lance.
Let's go!
Touchdown, Panthers. Alex Erickson.
I threw it to the wrong nigga. I ain't even gonna lie, but Robbie Anderson was wide open, but I definitely threw it to the wrong nigga.
Gonzalez.
You can't let the computer do it. You gotta do it.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Saints 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Winston. He gets this one to Johnson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And he is going to have first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Breaks through the contact. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
16 more yards. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
seconds to give. It's Kamara. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
At the Panthers' 39-yard line.
2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Oh!
The scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I ain't even gonna roll
First of
for
their
it.
timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
All right. Let's see. Let's go. Yo. Alright, I'm in the game right now. I'll let you know when I'm done. It's about to be halftime.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. He'll get this complete to Erickson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Lance now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A 10th carry for Kamara. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal.
17. Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And incomplete.
That's Lattimore.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum,
Yeah, that's
he's wondering if he should
Latty.
change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Throwing his lance on third down.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be...
How the fuck you drop that?
Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On third down, Winston. He's going to try and go deep again.
I'm glad you dropped that. I'm glad you dropped that one. But god damn, dog.
But it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Lance. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Winston.
Yes.
And Jameis intercepted.
Let's go, CJ.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play.
Let's CJ first pick all year.
To adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy, so that's
My boy been locked down. They scared to throw to his side. That's what we're gonna go with.
Them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
What?
Deontay Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Those two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Jameis now on 1st down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And that will be off target and incomplete.
Giving up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis again. They'll get this out to Gurley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 108 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Man, These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And
Yes.
this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second.
What?
Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
Oh, they
They
hold
spent
me.
a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them.
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in
Facts.
the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Yeah.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
We ain't playing. Had to pick up play, cuz.
But it's looking good as they come up 1st.
Oh, you
and
still
10.
might not see the ball again. That's facts. Like, that's just.
This is McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the
Come on,
ground.
McCaffrey. You
And a
definitely
good
got to get
swarm
through
to
that
the
hole.
football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Flush to his right. And Anderson's got it. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Yeah, they do. I think. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Damn, I ain't really
This will
kick
be up
that
to the
bitch out.
ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Getting
Keep
set
them
for
in
the
bounds,
next drive of
fellas.
the New Orleans offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your
Oh, yeah.
preparation and your
That's definitely my
confidence
pick
comes
this
into
time.
play. They've worked.
We're not gonna drop this one.
Intercepted for the 4th time
This the
today.
closer.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to
Hey,
take some chances.
that nigga like 93, 92 speed, bro. I don't think you can beat. Ain't nothing to beat that nigga throwing lives like that. You gotta beat him on a go route, like straight.
Trying to go downfield and make their plays, but But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do.
I ain't messing up my goddamn trying to get my 80. You said 8 yards.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
Get out of here.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the
All right, let me
17
stop.
to 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Which one? Which pick?
So
Good game.
over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself